won Super Bowl 59.
Dude, it gave me goosebumps watching it.
Being pulled up to the stadium with the snow tires on, the tinted windows. Many men came on, and it was just a murder.
This guy wins. Look at his record. Look at his stats. Thank God he's a Philadelphia Eagle.
You can mark this down. I think the Eagles are hosting the NFC Championship game.
I don't care how it looks at this point, as long as it's a win.
Vaughn came up with it.
Oh, Bond's an animal.
That guy's playing at an all-pro level.
I mean, you could have heard that from a mile, dude. That stadium was loud. Lock in, Brus. It's another Speaking Birds.
What is up, my brews? My bird brews. We are back. It's another Speaking Birds. It's your boy Speaks, and I'm here with the boy John. What's going on, man?
Live and in effect in the house, in the burg.
We're doing we're in John's the studio. Finally got it to work. Sometimes this stuff, man, with I don't know, the electronics. It took us 2 years to do this.
Not the brightest.
Sometimes, it can either happen or not happen. But we're here. Man, the Birds are playing Chicago. How do you feel about that?
This week I'm a little negative after last week of all things.
Cool.
Yeah, I hope we clean it up here on the penalty side, and if we clean it up, I feel confident.
Yeah. Before we get too into it, you gifted me. What is this? Talk to me about this brew.
This is something my soon-to-be brother-in-law, within the next month or so, I think, brought me from Philly out of a brewery called Tired Hands. This beer is called Hail Santa. Joyous Satanic India Pale Ale. Hyper fresh, unfiltered, and fragile. Ale brewed and canned by Tired Hands out of Ardmore, PA.
What's it clocking in at?
I looked it up earlier. I think it was like a 6.4, somewhere around there.
6.4. Let's go ahead and crack this bad boy.
Let's do it.
I love the artwork too. Tired Hands does that.
Yeah, the artwork's like it's like a little satanic Santa thing with a goat head, or maybe that's a ram, and then a whole bunch of weird shit, bunch of zombie-looking hands. So here we go.
I mean, smells like a proper IPA. That's smooth. That's dangerously smooth.
Very smooth, little bitter on the back end,
Which I like.
Yeah,
Which I like. It's a holiday beer.
festive.
Yeah. What do you think?
For me, it's a. Let me get one more sip here.
You want me to go
That's-
first?
I'm gonna go 7.2.
7.2. Yeah. I was gonna go 9.1.
Ooh,
That's great. Maybe I'm being in the holiday spirit. Giving
Yeah.
it. No, that's good. Why is 7.2? What's the knock on it?
I don't know. I thought 7.2 was pretty good. I didn't want to get crazy high.
I went 9.1. We're like 20 points apart.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but it's not my favorite Tired Hands. I'll say that right away. I like their hop hands a lot. And then last year I had the same soon-to-be brother-in-law brought me beer for Christmas from there, and they had a double dry hopped hop hands, and for me that was probably a top 5 beer all time.
Amazing. Yeah, Tired Hands does good stuff. Yeah, Philly brewery. That's what would you say? I don't know. They're probably nationally ranked.
Yeah,
They're nationally ranked.
I mean, at one point they were regarded as one of the better breweries in this country, and now I looked at I think it was a top 30 brewery list. Now this is obviously opinionated by some writer, but I think they were top 5, possibly even top 3. So
It's a good beer. Let me ask you this before we get to football. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. How was the food?
incredible. I ate way too much.
I know, dude.
Feel like a slug. But yeah, it was good. It was good.
I'm sure I asked you this. What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving? It could be a side, food wise, like a side or a
On
meat.
Thanksgiving Day, or just the whole festival
Thanksgiving
leading
Day,
up?
The spread.
Oh, the spread food wise. My parents don't do it, but my wife's parents always do. They have mac and cheese. I love a good mac and cheese. some corn.
I'm a stuffing.
Yeah, I don't
Give
eat
me
a lot
that.
of stuffing.
Oh man, I need that bread.
Yeah, yeah. Especially after the night we had.
Oh, well, yeah. Let's talk about it. So, man, went down to Harrisburg. Went to the High Dive. That was a great place.
Yeah,
That was a great place.
my favorite.
Man, great prices. You can't get a shot of beer for less than $10 anywhere nowadays.
Yeah.
Or $7. $7.
High life and a shot of whiskey for
Mm.
$7. So that's how we started the evening off.
And then we went to Yams. Went down to Yams. Shout out Yams. But I don't know. I don't know if it was a great show. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to agree. Unfortunately, Yam Yam, I really like the band, but usually the night before Thanksgiving, they don't always play the best show, in my opinion. So
Yeah,
it's just okay.
it was all right. I would say it was a 7.2.
The show? Oof.
7.2.
I was gonna go.
5.8.
I was gonna go 6.4.
6.4.
Yeah, it was a lot to be desired there because I know how good they can be.
Yeah, they can be great. All right, let's look ahead. So it's Black Friday, exciting game. We're wearing the All Blacks. We're rocking the All Black unis. It's a Black Friday game. It's a holiday game. It's got that vibe. I think this is a must win. And I texted the group earlier, like, is it a must win? I think it is. And I think it is because you can't let a rising NFC team come out and like this will be a statement win for them if they come out and win. And I just don't think you can do it, especially how we're performing. Like, the offense hasn't gotten going. Like, with Dallas, that game was atrocious. You blow a 21-point lead, 24 unanswered points. I think it's a must win. Do you think it's a must win?
I mean, it's absolutely a must win. If they, this is my personal opinion. If they lose this game, we are spiraling and unraveling. I'm already a little worried about it after what I saw last week. And then you watch a lot of the pressers and stuff during the week. You see, just sloppy football with the penalties, but you see like Saquon not hitting holes when holes are actually open, and then you see.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That one where he bounces it outside and like the lane is right there. Like, why is he not hitting that?
Get vertical.
Why is he not?
So there was that, and obviously the coaching was awful, and then they want to continue to stay with Kevin Petula, which is even the media heads are kind of calling for that replacement. Now, maybe it's a little too late, but sometimes it's never too late to make a damn change. So I don't know. Going forward, though, this is 100% a statement game. We need this game.
Statement game for us.
Absolutely, we got to get back on.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to get back on track here. That was ugly.
And to, like you said, I mean, like the must win. I mean, if God forbid, if we do let them beat us, like the sky isn't falling in the sense of like record
Wins, losses.
Yeah, we're still
Wins,
there.
losses, yeah.
But like, it just means so much more. Like, you got to make a change at play caller.
100%.
Like, if this doesn't go well, like there needs to be a shakeup, and that's why it's a must win, because like it'll be bad.
Yeah, I mean, and then dare I even say the Cowboys go in and win another game, but you're just gonna. I don't know. You end up losing this game. You start to lose a little bit of the chokehold on the division. So, must win.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel okay about it.
Yeah, same.
So, the Chicago game is always fun. I live there. I have cousins there. So I don't know if you remember this, and I should probably pull this bite out. It's on like an old phone. They used to do a radio show. So it was Jay Cutler's radio show. Used to be in Edison Park. It was like, I think it was the I forget what the bar was called. But so one day we wake up. It was like November. We're like, should we go to his live show? So we went. He was out. Brandon Marshall sat in for him, and I had an Eagles jersey on. It was 2012. So both teams were like on a collision course for this December 22nd game. And I called him out. It was crazy. He was like, who's wearing an Eagles jersey? And I called Brandon Marshall out. And the reason why I say this, not only was it a great story, the Eagles are 6-0 since I called Brandon Marshall out for December 22nd. 6-0. They haven't won against the Eagles since that moment. That's almost, that's 12 years, 13 years? It's been a while.
Yeah, they were pretty solid back then, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad Bears team. We talked about that the other night.
Jay Cutler. You had
Jay
Brandon
Cutler,
Marshall.
Brandon Marshall,
I don't know if
Matt
really-
Forte,
Matt Forte.
Billy Lacker. solid squad. I think Kyle Long was that might have been before Kyle Long. I'm not sure, but not a bad team.
I thought that was hilarious though. You don't come in and win. No, I think it'll be a great game, and I do think the Eagles will come out victorious. But it's going to be a dogfight, another dogfight. I mean, you don't let what happened against the Cowboys happen again. Like that's abysmal. That's like once in a generation. I was able like that's crazy. 24 unanswered points after going up 21.
Yeah, and that's coaching to me. Like they're up 21 points and they're just okay with sitting back and trying not to lose the game. Where you have to continue to be aggressive in those situations. So that I think that's a coaching aspect there. But what are you going to do? It's over now. So this game.
Before we get to stats, you had said something the other night, which you had said potentially if this season goes awry, Sirianni's future, which I don't want to get too crazy. What's the leash like?
Well, listen, let me just explain why I said that. Is because you go out and you hire a guy like Kevin Patullo who has 0 game experience calling plays at any level, and then you just give the keys to this guy, and he comes out and like even the media, all the talking heads are saying, this guy's not fit for being a caller. And you let Sirianni hire his own guy, which most coaches do. They hire their own guys, and then
we saw it play out. Doug Peterson, Press Taylor, that was his downfall. So, like, what's the leash? I mean,
I was very pissed off. Sirianni in his presser this week said he thought Patullo called a great game, and they're going to continue to stay by him. That's what pissed me off and led me to that comment. When you say shit like that, like I get it, you're trying to be positive, you're talking to the media,
and back your guy,
like I got it.
That's respectful, yeah.
When you do shit like that and you continue to stay with somebody who's not getting it done, that pisses me off. And it if it unravels, maybe it's time to go. Now, Speaks here said, you give it another year. But
I think you would have this collapse. If there's a collapse, you have this collapse. He gets another year. If that doesn't work out, then I think you have the conversation. But I think he's earned enough. I mean, look, he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He won 1. I mean, look at the guy's record. I mean,
I get it. And that's me being pissed off too. Like I made that statement out of anger, but
sorry to throw you out there like that.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's got a little bit of a longer leash.
Yeah, I agree. You're probably right, but when you stand by these guys and they're not getting it done, and you're the leader of the ship, when does that mirror start to look back at you?
Yeah, you're 100% right. Do you see they're bringing in like I don't know if this was a rumor. Sometimes it's hard to tell online. They were asking Dable.
Yeah, Dable.
Dable.
He was with Jalen Hurts at Alabama. So I guess I don't know how much offensive play calling he was doing this past year for the Giants because they had Kafka as the offensive coordinator. I know from what some of the media was saying there was a bunch of controversy between the two, but I don't know. What's your thought? I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't like it. I mean. If you can contribute, I guess it's good, right? Every contribution that's positive is good, but like, I mean, I don't know. I think it's weird.
I agree, and it's too early. I think it's too early for a guy like Dable get fired and then get right on back on board. So,
like they say, like consulting, he was like, whatever. But I don't know. To the play calling conversation, because that's what everyone's talking about. It's is it is it Loeffler going to come in? Loeffler. I think if there's going to be a change, it's not going to be something that's announced at like a press conference. I think we're going to notice it on the sideline.
Right.
Like we'll notice it as it's happening. This isn't going to be an announcement situation. I think we're going to see somebody with a clipboard and we'll know. And I think it might be today. I had called for
it. Yeah, I guess maybe you might see it, but I don't know. Just
what's your take on that? I mean, it's not going to be like a grand announcement that everyone thinks it's going to be.
Because then they'll admit that they screwed up. You know what I mean? And they're never going to do that. But if it happens, I'd be happy. But also, I think he's going to ride with Patullo. I really do. And a lot of this is probably Nick's offense to begin with. So, again, you got to kind of look at that a little bit. It's hard to say. If I was going to make a change, it wouldn't be to Dable. Bring him in as a consultant. I would almost go Doug Peterson. a guy that's been out of the league for a few years
Hot
that had time to think about football, watch
Yeah.
football, and see how the game's evolved. I think
Chip Kelly.
no. 'Cause I don't know if you saw any of the reports on Chip
Yeah,
Kelly.
yeah.
He was calling the wrong plays and plays
Oh
that
my
weren't even
God.
installed. Like maybe they should look at his brain health a little bit. But
We've talked about this in the past, but like Chip Kelly might get a little more hate.
I agree.
He brought us Lane Johnson. Like the technology that he brought, we still kind of use in terms of like health.
well, he changed the game.
Yeah.
He kind of changed the game in that aspect. So yeah, I agree with that.
Over here defending Chip Kelly,
Oh.
dude. We're down bad. We're down bad. All right.
What a joke.
Juice us with some stats here. We got the stats.
This is from the last game though. So Saquon Barkley had 10 carries for 22 yards, which is god awful.
Yeah.
Hertz went 27 for 39 for 289, one TD. I'd like to see Tank Bigsby get some more carries, some more touches.
Yeah, everyone's been talking about that. Like, why are you not giving him more touches?
I mean, he seems to
It's your boy.
get vertical and get through the hole, and that's
Yeah.
all I can ask for at this point. you know
Positive
what I mean?
yards.
Yeah,
Positive
please.
yards.
So, a lot of weird things that last game. Like you see a guy like Xavier Gibson field a punt on the 1 yard line and then fumble it.
Yeah, I was
which
gonna
is-
ask. I mean, so after that game, it came out like if you remember him with the Jets.
Yep.
He was giving games away fumbling. I mean, is there room for that on this team, or do you just cut losses?
Well, it doesn't matter because he's hurt now, and they activated Britton Covey.
All right,
So
good.
that's the loss.
Good.
It's cut.
Good.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that's fucking ridiculous if you ask me. So
Yeah.
just let it go out of the end zone, and then you try to like I get you're trying to make a play, but not in that situation when the game's on the line.
You don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't fumble.
So I was high on Gibson, but after I saw that, he's dead to me.
All right.
What else?
You heard
we
it
got
here first.
Yeah. We got I mean, the stats aren't all that great. AJ had over 100 yards. He had 8 catches for 110. Long
One touchdown.
yeah, 1 tug.
Should have had 2. Got called back.
Yep. Defense looked okay for the most part, I guess. Maybe not, you know.
Yeah.
But
Is it Dory going today?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So talk about that a little bit because Makuba, our rookie
Yep.
safety, unfortunately broken ankle,
Yep.
fractured. He had to have surgery. How's that look like for you? Because that whole side has been like a chessboard. You know, it's like, do you put DeJean out in cornerback 2? That was never solidified. Now, do you put him at safety? What would be like your solution to this problem?
Well, I'll say one of two things because Vic's solution is going to be to continue to keep Cooper DeJean in the slot, the nickel corner.
I
Which,
think that's probably smart.
but I had this weird theory now. This is a perfect world where maybe you put, instead of starting Sidney Brown, you start Cooper DeJean at safety, you leave Adoree on the outside, and then you bring Michael Carter in to play the nickel. But also, Michael Carter's played some safety for us, too. So maybe you make that switch there. If Sidney's not getting it done, just let Carter play the safety.
I mean, it's a weird thing because, like, even with the Bears coming into town, I mean, look, they have CJ and he's playing well. I mean, like, you can't not think about should Howie have signed him off the streets.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I love CJ. I get he talks a lot of shit, and you know, hey, some of these, when you're in a place like Houston, like some of these guys are making more money than they're worth. Like somebody's got to tell you that. You know what I mean? It gets you pissed off. You play a little better. Some of these egos in the NFL are just too fragile to handle that. So I like that stuff, but I think we should have signed CJ back. But at the time, Makuba was playing okay. So
Yeah, but look at the depth. Like now he got injured. Now we're nothing.
yeah, I'm not super.
And people are saying Justin Simmons.
I said that. I said, do you go out and sign the guy? But who knows? He hasn't played football and nobody signed him. So
Yeah,
that's a scary
I
thing.
worry about like conditioning. Like he
Sure.
can't. You know.
I don't know. I'm not high up on Sidney Brown. I like the way he hits and he plays hard, but
He goes like 115 miles per hour.
yeah, it's. But he also can't cover too great. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We are gonna see.
Yeah. What do you think your keys to this game are now that we're getting close to game time? Is it D-line trying to keep Caleb Williams in check?
I'm not. I think my key is the offensive line just being able to play and open some holes. Obviously, mistake-free football. I think the defensive line's playing pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, the linebackers are playing pretty good. At times, like Adoree's getting burnt, but, you know, you got to just let that bleed because that's all we got out there. And, you know, for me, the major key is the offense. We have to get the offense going and continue to keep it going.
Yeah. Talking about safety stuff, thank God Reed's able to go.
Yes.
That
scared me.
Awful.
Yeah.
He's in a contract year too. Got to sign him up.
It's kind of a shame he didn't come back. I mean, if he could have been like, I get it. It's a stinger into the hammy or whatever happened there, but I would have liked to seen you get back out there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's by no means a gimme. I thought this game, looking at the calendar, when you look at the schedule, and you always think the Bears, like, they're not going to be doing much, and you kind of, I don't want to say you overlook it, but you just kind of, that's one of the wins.
Yeah, sure. If you look at the schedule early in
Yeah.
the year, you'd think, yeah, it's probably a win.
And
Especially
now,
what they did
now
last year.
that's not a gimme at all.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
I do know the Bears have, I think it's a lot of backup linebackers in, but I have to see what the injury report says. So
I will say though, the Chicago fan base are getting a little high, a little high. They're thinking it's a gimme. So I like it. It's good football.
they're down at Sally's Beauty Supply getting nail paint.
Caleb. Oh man. Yeah, let's see here. So we got. Oh, the Eagles are at 74% win probability.
Yep.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, that's a little too high for me, but they are coming off a diminishing loss.
Yeah. Man, Cowboys fans are going crazy after yesterday.
Another thing I saw is now listen, the Cowboys won, whatever, but between the Cowboys playing the Eagles and the Chiefs, it was like historic stat-wise for penalties being thrown against teams playing the Cowboys. I think it was 24 penalties, and I know we accounted for 14, so the Chiefs got 10.
Should we talk about that conversation?
Shoo.
Should we have it?
Just wanted to throw it out there.
With this gambling stuff, and I even said this yesterday, like the integrity of any leagues is completely out the door.
Yeah, it's insane.
I think they want the Cowboys to be prominent, and they're throwing. It makes you sound like a loser, but like, I don't know. I think it's. I think if you really start to take a look at it, and we've mentioned on the show before, and I know Clayton's brought this up. Like, it's not just penalties; it's critical moments where they're throwing penalties. They know really how to do it. TJ Edwards.
Yeah.
Your boy.
So for the, and not to switch lanes here, but just for the injury report, I just had to try to pull it up quick. But we got for the Bears, Tyreek Stevenson, the DB's out. Noah Sewell, the linebacker's out. Dominique Robinson on their D line's out. Luke Newman, he's an offensive lineman, he's out. And then Rupin Hippolyte, linebacker out. TJ Edwards, linebacker out. So their linebackers are looking thin.
If only had a quarterback that could throw in the middle of the field.
Ooh.
No, come on. I love Hurts. I'm just saying. You got to say it.
Maybe we do.
Maybe today we find out.
Oh, man.
Jalen Johnson, he's a great player.
He's questionable.
Yeah. DB. What about us?
We have, obviously, Gibson's out.
Yeah.
Makuba's out.
Makuba's in there playing on a.
Gibson's out. Lane Johnson's out.
Yeah, Lane's out.
Miles Hinton, who hasn't started at all this year, he
Yeah.
continues to be out.
Reed will be there.
Yep, Reed's in. Landon's going. Saquon's going.
Devontae came up, with the groin.
Yeah,
that was a little worrisome.
Yep. Devontae Smith had the chest, and I think it was back. He was hurting, so he's going. Brandon Graham had a little bit of a groin issue. He's going.
I've had this conversation recently, and I want to ask you this. When it's all said and done, who do you think I know you're an AJB fan, which we all are. Who do you think is going to be like your favorite Eagles wide receiver from this like past regime?
The only person for me that could take over AJ's spot would be Smitty.
I think
by
Smitty.
far.
I think Smitty. But I'm talking about like T.O. and stuff. Like, does he take over T.O. as like a top spot?
We didn't have T.O. for super long. I mean,
But
he came in. Yeah, came in and he was great because we we had nothing receiver wise. So
Like, where does Deshaun Jackson rank in that? Like,
yeah, he's up there. Sean Jackson. And what was the other guy's name? Macklin. He wasn't terrible.
yeah.
So I don't know if I think Smitty's.
I think
It's a-
Smitty could be number
Here's
one.
the here's the question.
Yeah.
Let me give you
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
give
yeah,
me
yeah.
your response.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be Eagles because I think these two are some of the best deep ball threats that track big deep balls. Who do you think's your best tracker in the deep ball? Is it Deshaun Jackson, or are you starting to think Smitty?
For just
But-
Eagles or in general?
Just in general, but we're always going to go back to the Eagles. I mean,
I'd have to go Jackson.
okay.
I'd have to go Jackson. But I think you talked about tracking though. I think what Smitty does is like he attacks it at the high point.
Right.
Like Jackson would be able to run under it.
Yeah, you can't overthrow him.
Yeah.
But like whenever they loft one up to Jackson, Devontae Smith, you almost know he's coming down with it. It's very rare that he doesn't.
Dude, he's so good.
So
He's amazing. I like that. Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's based on what you just said, the tracking aspect. I think it's Jackson because you can't overthrow him. You got a guy like Vic who has an insane arm, and you just can't overthrow the
flick of
guy.
the wrist.
Yeah, but I do think if we're going high point wide receiver, it's definitely Smitty because I don't remember Jackson like going up high for him a lot. You just
No.
couldn't
Yeah,
overthrow him, and he
yeah,
just
yeah.
caught him in
Oh,
space.
man, he's
So
going.
yeah, I think high point was. I think Devontae Smith's one of the best high point receivers we've seen in a long time.
And then after that, I'd have to go like Todd Pinkston.
Kevin
I
Curtis.
love Todd Pinkston.
Lies,
David
dude,
Curtis.
lies.
No lies. I loved Todd Pinkston. I used to do, man, as a kid, I used to like want to do the basket catch like Todd Pinkston. Like
He was scared to death.
I know he gets clowned a little bit, but I used to love watching Todd Pinkston. Some Freddie Mitchell.
Yep.
Man, I'm trying to think of like some classic Bears games. We have the Fog Bowl.
Double
the
doink.
Double doink.
There we go.
Dude, do you remember where you were in the double doink? I thought about this earlier. I know where I was.
It was probably at home.
Yeah, but I like remember the moment. I was like standing up, like fired up, man. I just felt like something was gonna happen.
I think I remember. Yeah, like we were at
Yeah.
Actually, no, I might have been at a friend of the show, my buddy Dave's house, and we saw the double. We're all like, "Man, this is freaking over," and it's like,
Yeah, because you're
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know it's over.
yeah.
Like you're holding on hope, and it was like, man, yeah, that was crazy. I remember where I was. Yeah, at the Long Beach apartment.
ooh,
You know,
that was a good one.
deep cut. Any thoughts? Any final thoughts on the Bears Eagles? It's almost time to go. Should we have went to the game?
Oh yeah, buddy calls me up at noon
the show.
of all things. Yeah,
Friend of the show.
Bartlestone
Yeah.
calls me up at noon, about 12:15. Says, "I got to eat. How you feeling?" He starts it off the conversation with us. And I'm all right. I'm good. And he goes, "You want to go to the Eagles game?" And I'm like, "Man, by the time I get there, I got to go straight there." So I wasn't able to make it.
I
Plus,
had the thought.
plus Speaks is in town. I
Yeah.
didn't want to hang him out to dry watching the game, but
you could have went, man.
yeah,
I'm
next
thinking
time.
I'd buy a ticket and go.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah. All right. Let's do predictions, I think.
I'll let you go first.
Well, I'm gonna do a couple little takes here. I think the offense gets going.
Nice.
I think AJB. Let's do a bold take. I think with their linebackers out, I think Goddard has a touchdown. I think all three get a touchdown. Goddard, Smitty, AJ Brown.
We're throwing.
That's my hot take.
We're throwing.
I don't think Saquon gets going. Before I do that, actually, let me backtrack a little bit. And this needs to be said because I've had this thought, and Clayton threw it out there like Stout. Stoutland needs to take some accountability
Yeah, I
because
like that.
he's the run game coordinator. He's in charge of the offensive line. He needs to take some accountability here. And no one on this staff, I know people, Stout University, everyone loves him, but like everyone needs to take accountability. And I've thrown Howie under the bus with how he managed the CB2 situation. Like he needs accountability, and I know he knows it, but Stout is not free from that.
I totally agree, and that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up.
Shout out
Yeah.
Clayton for I mean, yeah. All right, so I think the three guys get theirs. I think I'll go 31-21 Birds.
I think it's going to be a little bit of a closer game. I'm going to go 21-14 Birds.
21-14 Birds. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, we're getting geared up to go. Let's do it. Anything else?
No, just go Birds.
Go Birds.